Yo, what's up, YouTube? Today we're watching the rise, fall, and redemption of MKBHD. Do I know who that is? Fuck no. Am I gonna find out today? I sure am. Let's get started.
What happens when the critic becomes the one being criticized?
Oh, wait. I guess he was a critic? Okay.
How would it affect their public perception? And more importantly, how do they handle the inevitable backlash? Creators like Marquise Brownlee, aka MKBHD,
I've seen him before. What'd he do?
have been asking these same questions, as a series of unfortunate decisions have eroded his reputation to the point that his fans label him as just another out-of-touch influencer and ruthlessly mock him in the comments. Got here faster than Marquise driving. 2024 really picked up speed towards the end, huh? Props to Marquise for not pulling a Mr. Beast and deleting all the comments making fun of him. Hi, I'm the Internet Anarchist. I create weekly YouTube documentaries, and today we'll explore the recent controversies.
Is he playing Blood in the Water?
Create weekly YouTube documentaries, and today we'll explore the recent controversies driving a wedge between YouTube legend MKBHD and his once loyal fanbase. To understand why Marquise's relationship with his audience deteriorated so much, you first have to understand what their connection was built on in the first place. During his early days on YouTube, Marquise's content was defined by three key ideals: quality, consistency, and transparency. In terms of quality, Marquise always strived to improve the watchability and clarity of his content, from gradually upgrading the visual and audio of his video to giving increasingly in-depth analysis of the products he was reviewing. Marquise wanted to make each video better than the last.
We'll get to those in a second, but initially picking up this phone and holding it is a pretty nice experience, which is pretty obvious. It's an all-metal unibody aluminum back design, which kind of wraps around to the front. It's definitely not the thinnest phone in the world, and it's also definitely not the lightest phone in the world either, but it feels rather sturdily built, and that's always a good thing.
Pair this with the fact that Marquise maintained an extremely consistent upload schedule for over a decade, and it becomes very obvious why he's grown to almost 20 million subscribers. This pattern of consistency was present from the start of Marquise's career, as he uploaded over 200 videos in his first year on YouTube. However, what truly puts Marquise at the top of consumer tech reviews.
I've seen these videos. Oh, that is not the haircut, boy. Oh, Black boy, slow down. Silky, slow down. Like, that is not the haircut.
Is his
Like, what? Shoot, shave this shit off. It's too high. Bring it down.
unusual levels of transparency when covering products or handling sponsorships. When it comes to consumer tech reviews on YouTube, viewers typically gravitate towards creators who are completely honest about a product's quality and functionality. In Marquise's case, he'd built such a strong reputation for unbiased coverage that fans naturally regarded his opinion very highly. A good example of this was with the infamous Escobar Fold phone, whose negative qualities were glossed over by other tech reviewers, but faced a more critical perspective from MKBHD.
I'm a tech reviewer, so I'm typically just focusing on the final product, the finished thing. Should you buy it or not? But this piece of tech we've reviewed already. It's the Galaxy Fold. I've talked about it. It just has gold tinfoil on the back. So the interesting part now becomes the behind the scenes part, which is the company that's trying to maybe sell some of them and also not ship most of them. They're trying to scam you. It's one of those situations where you know you have to take any preferential treatment you might get with a gigantic grain of salt. So I guess the lesson we've learned is there are way too many cases of people not getting their Escobar Fold for me to ever recommend you ever buy anything from this company. So
unfortunately, Marquise's critical stance and the impact that comes with it aren't always popular with viewers. In early 2024, Marquise's extremely negative coverage of the Fisker Ocean and Humane AI pin landed him in hot water with fans, because both companies suffered significant financial losses following his videos. With Fisker Ocean, Marquise labeled it as the worst car he had ever tested and focused his review on the vehicle's incomplete
The worst car he's at. That's crazy, actually, to have someone like him that reviews a lot of stuff say, yeah, your car, worst one. See, this is the better haircut. This is a better haircut versus what he had
state at the time, rather than the manufacturer's promises of future updates.
I think it's just the worst car.
I will say I wish it's a good haircut, just he shouldn't have bowl shaved this portion, then kept this a fade and then all this on top. It should have been, this right here should have been all the way down. It would have been a lot better.
I've ever tested, but
But
probably
besides
not
that,
in the
we'll
ways
back
you're
to the video.
expecting. So this car behind me here, this is the Fisker Ocean. You might not have heard of it. Pretty new car, pretty
The fuck is this shit right here? These, no, these
new
rims are
company, new name
garbage.
anyway. And there were a lot
If those are stock rims, fuck no.
of red flags actually going into this, just the couple of days I'm spending with it. Didn't want us to review this one because there's a really big software update, a big 2.0 update coming to this car. And I believe you, Fisker, but that's the thing, is it's not really in my policy to wait on promised future software updates. I'm gonna review the car that's out now, that real buyers are actually living with.
While Marquise appreciated the car's design philosophy, he highlighted obvious bugs in its software, infotainment features, and build quality. Ultimately, he concluded that the car needs much more improvement before being considered as a finished product.
That's the thing about these electric cars, is they're connected to the internet, they're computers on wheels, they can improve over time. I feel
Oh, no, I gotta. Alright, my battery didn't die. Okay. It's fine.
like it's gonna take a long
I don't
time
got
for
the
this
same
car to
contrast.
be acceptably usable, given how many issues I've had with it. But I'm rooting for it only because competition is good and the fundamentals are solid.
Even though Marquise wasn't the only one to review the Fisker Ocean negatively, fans of the startup considered his take too negative and blamed him for the company's stock price going down.
Bunch
Some
of
vehicle
haters,
owners even
big
made whole
sucks.
videos discussing Marquise's coverage and their own hands-on experience with the vehicle.
First offering, right?
No, it did.
There are market pressures to get the vehicles out, and this vehicle was delivered with an incomplete software stack that we see improving here over time. The last 3 months as an owner, I can attest to seeing improvement not just in the software, but also in terms of delivery, as well as service and support, as I just shared a little bit about my own experience.
In the comments section, Marquise left a brief statement on his thoughts about the EV and its potential for improvements, reading, "Thank you for this owner's perspective. I'm hoping you're right about the continued rate of improvement, because I think it certainly needs it. I do still honestly find it borderline irresponsible to release a vehicle so incomplete that it feels like owners are beta testing, but that
Facts. It doesn't matter if they're like, oh yeah, we're ramping it up as we produce more shit to it and we update it more. If you're releasing a product and it's unfinished, it's like a video game that has bugs in it. People don't want to see that shit. Don't be mad about it.
That's just my own opinion. As for the human AI pin, Marquise called the wearable AI assistant the worst product he'd reviewed, since all its features could be done quicker, easier, and more efficiently on a smartphone.
I know I've said like a bunch of the downsides and the problems this device has, but I really genuinely think the biggest problem this pin is going to have is that smartphones are kind of OP. Like that's
No, this can't be it. These two can't be why people hate them. The rising down. It can't. No, this can't be. No, no. We're doing a live shit right here. Oh no, did I? I sure did. Let's go back. Hold on.
What happens when the critic
No, let's find where I stopped at.
a smartphone?
no, I've
All right. Here it is. Nope. Bam. All right. Let's go look at this channel real quick, because they said it's the rise and downfall. If I look at his channel, I better see watches going further and further down on videos. 3.2, 5.5, 2.5, 4.7, 3.8, 1.7. Wait. What do you mean the rise and downfall if 12 days ago, 3.2 million? I understand like it's 9.7 million. They're not watching 3.2, but it's only been 12 days, 2 weeks, 5.5. This didn't do well. This did similar. Okay, so it's not really a downfall if he's hitting over 1 mil views on videos still. Like, what? No, I'm confused. Whatever. Guess they're just stating now.
Said like a bunch of the downsides and the problems this device has, but I really genuinely think the biggest problem this pin is going to have is that smartphones are kind of OP.
Yeah,
Like
true.
that's the number one thing I've reminded myself from the week of using this pin, trying to get it to do stuff, is that smartphones are not going anywhere. Everything that this pin does, a modern smartphone does better and faster and easier and in higher quality and just better in every way.
While the video was well received by his fans on YouTube, multiple users on Twitter began criticizing Marquise for potentially harming the startup's potential with his harsh coverage, reading, "I find it distasteful, almost unethical, to say this when you have
No.
18 million subscribers. Hard to explain why, but with great reach comes great responsibility. Potentially
So they're mad because he has more followers to watch his videos and more subscribers on YouTube to watch videos, and he's telling them, "Hey, iPhones can do the same shit but faster than your product," and they're mad because he's telling the truth. Like, that's crazy.
killing someone else's nascent project reeks of carelessness.
Maybe when you make a project, you put more time and effort for it to be better, like you wanted it to replace other products. Like, what?
First, do no harm. To which Marquise would respond with, "We disagree on what my job is." Despite all of this, management at Humane AI saw Marquise's critical take as a learning experience.
Oh wait, no, here he goes. Yeah, management at what they made, they said an honest, solid review, Marquise. All fair and valid critiques, both the good and the bad. Feedback is the gift. We reflect and we listen and we learn and we continue. But see, at least they understand. He understands because he works there. They want this feedback. They don't want people to fucking be like, "Oh yeah, it's the best thing I ever had." No, they want to know if their product is failing to meet the people who are buying it.
By the 17th of
Like
April
what?
2024, Marquise would upload a video responding to both situations and present the viewers with the question of whether or not bad reviews kill companies.
Discourse lately on this topic, there will be, some negative reviews, and then a company will eventually go out of business, and then the internet poses the question, do bad reviews kill companies?
Some batteries do kill companies, as they should, because if the companies are not doing what they're supposed to do, yeah, it should kill the fucking company. Those reviews should stop companies from putting out shit products. Like, come on now.
Do bad reviews kill companies, or do bad products kill companies? I do have a lot of thoughts.
Marquise would make the argument that the validity of a review solely depends on how honest the reviewer is when conveying their experience with the product, regardless of whether it's good or bad.
Back up for a second. What is a review? A little pet peeve of mine is I think people misuse or overuse that word a lot, but a review is just somebody uses a product and then just delivers their impressions on whether they think it's any good or not, how well it actually worked, and if their honest opinion is if it's good, then that's the review. If
He's right. That is what a review is. Like, you can't argue against that.
it's bad, that's the review. That's basically it. But the thing about reviews is if they're
As long as you're telling the truth, that is what a review is. Either it's good or bad, no matter what. Your honest opinion on what you think it is a review.
not honest, then they're basically useless.
To illustrate his point, Marquise would share an example of when his harsh but honest feedback on a Razer gaming phone positively impacted the company's future releases.
And I remember the vibration motor was horrible. And I remember calling it out. I remember saying this.
Also, the vibration motor in this phone, trash. Straight trash. I'm gonna call myself so you can hear this.
Oh my god.
Phone.
Just one of the worst vibration motors I've ever experienced in a new phone.
It sounds like it was gonna break. Jesus Christ. Brother, please.
Fast forward a year, right? I'm at a briefing. It's in New York City. It's for the Razer phone.
Let me use the bathroom real quick. Hold on. We back, and we back, and we back.
2. Guy turns to me and he says, and Marquez,
Word?
you gotta try the new vibration motor in this phone.
No, that's not real. No.
And it's such a niche thing, but sure enough, I try it, and it's way better.
In addition
Oh.
to this, Marquise would point out how both Humane and Fisker were already being poorly reviewed by other tech channels long before his coverage. He
Okay.
even stated that if everyone was honestly reviewing the same product, then everyone's experiences should be
Trying to tell me that they did bad. That's all I'm hearing.
similar.
I was not the only one to review the car, not even close. And so yes, the stock price did drop after my video, but the stock was in free fall for many
I was about to say, damn, it went the 6 all the way till what?
many months before my video
Oogie.
too. And if you zoom out on YouTube or in the
Oh. From November 2020, from October 2023 all the way to April to May 2024.
car
Yeah.
review space in general, I was far from the only person saying these things about the car for all of these months. Many other reviewers had been having a plethora of issues, even stuff that I didn't have with this thing. I feel like that might be the easiest way to tell if a review is
I like the clear roof though.
honest or not. Like we're all reviewing the same product basically. If we all have the same thing, so we're all going to find a lot of the same things. We're all eventually going to have a lot of the same upsides, downsides. If there are issues, they may eventually surface. So yeah, there.
The current state of both startups not only shows the impact of unbiased criticism when looking at a product, but
So niggas were basically hating on him because he pointed out a flaw in something that they wanted to believe in. Okay, get the fuck out
also
of
its necessity. YouTube reviewers are sometimes the
here. Like, come on now, bro.
first place potential customers learn about a product and decide whether to spend their hard-earned money on it. While creators like Marquise seemed comfortable dishing out harsh reviews, he was about to get a taste of what it's like to be on the receiving end of a bad product launch. By the 24th of September 2024, Marquise published a tweet announcing the release
And now I'm so pumped to be launching this app. People have asked where I get wallpapers forever. So this is the answer. Now and forever. Panels. Panels at panels_art.
of his new wallpaper app, Panels. I'm so pumped to be launching this app. People have asked where I get wallpaper.
Nigga, if you want good wallpapers, especially for PC, go to Wallpaper Engines. I'm not even sponsored by them, and I love their shit. Like deadass, like just to prove it. Let me show y'all something. Like, come on, look at my wallpaper. Like, come on, this shit's dope as fuck. And it's not even the original one. I downloaded the original one, and I saturated it so it looks like this, and it's dope. Get the fuck out of here. Get at me. Yeah.
Papers forever. So this is the answer. Now, and to
And Wallpaper Engine's cheap. Get the fuck out of here. If you got a PC, your Wallpaper Engine on Steam. It's cheap, and there's so many wallpapers you can download. Come on, get at it.
forever Panels. At first, fans were very optimistic about the application, since Marquise claimed it would feature handpicked art from other online creators. However, when digital art is involved, there's always the possibility of it being AI generated, and users weren't shy about expressing their concerns. Reading, "It feels a little late now, doesn't it? What's stopping me from asking AI to create a unique, high-quality wallpaper that no one else will have? I'm leaving the door open for you to prove me wrong."
But I've never, like I said before, not for this, but for a Wallpaper Engine, I've never seen wallpapers that people have created that look like those.
I hope to see a YouTube video showcasing your app, proving me, the skeptic, wrong. In response, Marquise would write, "These are all made by artists who can choose to involve AI or not in their creation process. It'll be up to you how much you value the human touch." Over on YouTube, Marquise shared a few extra details
iPhone 16/16 Pro review times have
about
changed.
Panels that would hopefully paint a clearer picture
Big ass camera lenses. Is that really the 16? No, hold on. iPhone 16. Is it really that? It is. Fuck me. I don't like it. I don't like how big the cameras are. That's just a me thing. Like my phone? No, never mind. The cameras are this big. I guess I just never look at cameras. But fuck it. Fuck it, man. Fuck it. We're on it.
of what the application does, how much it costs, and how it will be improved in future
But 3 cameras, that's crazy. 3 cameras is crazy. I won't lie.
updates.
You guys have always been asking me where I get my wallpapers. Like, it's frequently the #1 suggested search result under my name, has been for years, so now we've put them all in one place. It's called Panels, and it's finally live in the App Store, both on iOS and on Android.
Oh.
Feels really good to be able to say that. So if you're wondering where the wallpaper on these phones in the review came from, Panels. If you're wondering where the wallpaper in the last video came from, Panels. Matter of fact, almost all of the wallpapers on the devices and in backgrounds you've seen in my videos for the past year have all come from Panels, which is pretty sick. And we have some pretty big plans for this thing. So it's starting off as a wallpaper app now. I don't want to overpromise too much, but it's going to be pretty consistently improving over time, which is part of the reason why we're offering a subscription to support it. So go pick it up now.
While Panels seems like a good step forwards for the MKBHD brand, fans hated the idea of paying $50 a year for smartphone wallpapers, no matter how good the art was. With comments reading, "No one's paying $50 a year for a regular wallpaper app, lil bro. MKBHD graduated from the Apple School of Pricing. MKBHD, never buy something for the
Wait, go back. I gotta go back. Hold on.
a year step forward."
Which is part of the reason why we're offering a subscription to
$50 a hold on. $50. Where's my phone? Hold on. Oh god, flipping phones and everything. So you're telling me it's $50 a year. So if I go 50 divided by 12, I'm paying $4.16. Hold on, let me show the screen. 15 divided by 12. $4.16, right? A month. $50 a year. When easily, right? Stay with me now. Because we don't really care about buying wallpapers. We can find those on the internet. But especially for PC players, when we can buy a wallpaper engine for $5. And we can get, hold on, let this go down real quick. And we can get wallpapers like this. Actually, we're not going to go into that now, but we can get wallpapers like that. And I can get better ones. Like, if y'all know, people who have wallpaper engine knows. That's
support it. So go pick it up now.
While
But his shit's no, where I'm not paying $50 a year for a wallpaper when I can easily download that shit off the
seems
internet.
like a good step forwards for the MKBHD brand. Fans hated the idea of paying $50 a year for smartphone wallpapers, no matter how good the art was. With comments reading, "No one's paying $50 a year for a regular wallpaper app, lil bro. MKBHD graduated from the Apple School of Pricing. MKBHD, never buy something for the promise of something it will do later. Also MKBHD, my app will have a lot of better things to come, so go get it now." Overall, it seems like the controversy around Panels was born out of both its incomplete state and high price tag. This gave fans the impression that Marquise wasn't putting any real effort into the app and was releasing it solely for profit. Fortunately, Marquise recognized his mistake and attempted to set the record straight with a video titled "Let's Talk About Panels."
I made a lot of mistakes along the way, including the
"Let's Talk About Panels."
Who that
mistake and attempted to set the record straight with a
Look at this nigga walking in his apartment.
video titled "Let's Talk About Panels."
I made a lot of mistakes along the way, including the fact that I didn't really explain anything. I didn't explain the UI, what was in it, the point of the app, and most importantly, why it had a freaking $50 price tier. And so appropriately, the entire internet was very disappointed, and that's 100% on me.
After reiterating his reasoning behind creating Panels, Marquise would recognize
Just let you actually no, hold on. I have not too long on this one. This will be the last video.
and address the issues with the app's initial pricing model, privacy concerns, and design. Even though Marquise promised better updates to the app's design, wallpaper offering, and functionality, he wanted people to download Panels for what it is today.
Thing I keep saying, which is never buy a product based on the promise of future software updates. Buy it for what it is today. And I'm never gonna stop preaching that. That is still extremely true. But the irony is not lost on me that I've also made a lot of references and promises about the future of this app in this video. So I'll still say, if you want to grab a wallpaper or download this app and check it out, get it for what it is today.
Thankfully, viewers were equally as optimistic about panels
Oh,
and felt that
nah.
Marquise had adequately addressed the issues with his product, with comments reading, "Masterclass in handling criticism and an apology. Messed up?
Ooh.
Check. Accepted his mistake? Check.
Check.
Apologized without excuses? Check.
Check.
Reduced 85% of the costs? Check. Made it
Okay.
better? Check. I don't think he deserves any more hate after this." And he messed up and he realized it. You have to respect him. While Marquise's apology over panels would go down as one of the best in influencer history, he'd soon be forced to make another one following some extremely reckless activities on camera. On the 12th of November 2024, Marquise uploaded a video titled "How My Video Gear Is Changing," in which he was promoting an action camera that was sponsoring his channel. While the video gear is changing, in which he was promoting an action camera that was sponsoring his channel. While the video was controversial for being an
Like, I want to believe in him, and like I'm watching this and he's fucking up over and over again.
entirely sponsored video for another GoPro type company being packaged as a genuine video about his gear changing, that wouldn't be what made this video so infamous. Around 7 minutes in, Marquise would showcase a clip of him accelerating a Lamborghini to over 96 miles per hour in a 35 mile per hour zone.
No. Why would he do that?
Although Marquise would eventually cut out that clip due to criticism, the damage was already done, as the video would
This dumbass nigga. I'm gonna show you how fast my Lamborghini can go in a fucking permitted zone that shouldn't go that fast. You're dumb as fuck.
receive over 120,000 dislikes and a furious comment
Reckless
section
driving.
reading, "Editing out the crime does not make it disappear." The second time being flamed by the comments in 1 year? Damn, it's getting serious. As well as 96 miles per hour in a school zone? Dude, what the hell? To quell the backlash, Marquise would release an apology on Twitter that read, "There was a clip with the action cam of me test driving a car and going way too fast. Absolutely inexcusable and dangerous. I've since cut it out of the video with YouTube's editor tool. I understand that this looks like covering it up, but I think it's the right thing to do. There's no reason to leave that clip in, and I would never want to make it seem okay by leaving
Yeah, there's no reason to clip in. There was no reason to include it in the first place. Okay, yeah, fair enough. Yeah, no, he did something stupid, and now he's trying
it
to
in the video.
backtrack.
I'm well
Okay,
aware
fair
of the
enough,
Streisand effect, and I know everything on the internet lives forever, but I think that's the best decision right now. All I can do, apologize, and promise never to do anything close to that stupid again. That's a terrible example to set, and I'm sorry for it." As you might imagine, the response to Marquise's apology was
ADHD.
heavily polarized. On one hand, people accepted his apology since he didn't hurt anyone, and the clip was
You know, I excited because if you're willing to do all this, cut it out, tell people, hey, I shouldn't have done that, this, that, and third. Like, yeah, this one you shouldn't be punished for because it's like, yeah, I did something stupid. My bad, y'all. I'm taking it out so people can't say it anymore. That's good. That's good PR. Because you would rather do that than leave it up and have people do that and then crash and kill themselves and then blame it on you because you did it. So, yeah, good PR, good PR.
was removed. On the other hand, users flamed him for even filming the act of reckless driving. While both sides had their merits, the truth is that Marquise holds himself to a very high standard of credibility, which makes things especially heated whenever he makes a misstep. In the week after the incident, experts like Legal Eagle would weigh in on the situation and
Wow, what a dickhead. Okay, Legal Eagle, you just wanted views for doing that shit. He apologized to and everything the weeks later you make a video on it. Don't film your crimes and upload them to YouTube. Wow.
analyze its severity.
Fucking
Now,
dickhead.
MKBHD films most of his videos in New Jersey, so let's assume that New Jersey traffic laws apply. First up would be the speeding violation. It looks as if he's driving in a suburban area. Under New Jersey law, it is, quote, prima facie lawful for a driver to drive 35 miles per hour in any suburban business or residential.
Like, literally, you gotta be the biggest dickhead to ever live to make a video on someone breaking the law on YouTube. Like, literally, this thing, like, you literally was the first, like, you wanted to catch him because you were one of the first ones to catch him breaking the law. You saved that video and then made a record of it just for when he undid it in his video. You made a video on it so you can shame him. Fucking dickhead. And he even apologized for that shit. Legal was a fucking dickhead.
District.
Yes, sir.
That means it's illegal to go above 35 miles an hour in those zones, though, and if he was in a school zone or children were clearly visible in the roadway, or when children are going to or leaving school, the limit is 25 miles per hour. This chart shows how it works. So if a person was driving 30 miles or more over the speed limit, it's a 5-point speeding violation and 5 points on a license.
Sadly, this wasn't Marquise's first traffic offense.
If you get 12 or more points on your current driving record, your license will be suspended. You will receive a notice and scheduled suspension by mail.
Fence, as he had been pulled over several times before.
He will learn from it, hopefully in the sense that he won't film his crimes, but also in the sense that he won't do
What a
them in the
dickhead.
future. But we live in a car-centric world, so it's easy to fetishize those cars and forget that there are real people who can be hurt by a 3-ton
He's a fucking dickhead. Most likely, by the lighting of that, he did it in the middle of the day where everybody's at work, all those kids are in school. Stop. Legal is a dickhead for even making this video. I'm not gonna lie, he is a dickhead.
box of steel hurtling down the road at 100 miles per hour. And MKBHD might want to consider shifting his mindset to a more human-centered world.
While Marquise hadn't faced legal penalties for his most recent traffic
And Legal Eagle is making money off of YouTube videos explaining this because he can't get enough clients to support his own life. Get the fuck out of here, you fucking bitch ass nigga.
violation, it was still a very real possibility.
Now, the biggest question that people had, apart from why would you drive 60 miles an hour above the speed limit, is can MKBHD get in trouble from the video that he posted? Especially now that he has deleted the video clip in question. Now, I can't believe I have to say this, but don't put videos of your crime on social media because yes, the police
You're the only one looking at it. You're the one making it public for police reference. Like, oh my god, bro. No police would have looked at it if when he posted it. He removed it just in case, and now you're making it a crime by re-uploading his original footage after he deleted it. You're the one making him a criminal, and you're the one trying to put him in jail and make him pay fines. Get the fuck out of here, Legal Eagle. You're a fucking bitch for doing shit like that.
might find them and use the videos to prove that you committed
Yeah, he might find them because of you. You are the legal one. Police aren't watching his videos unless you bring attention to it. Because those minor people that are might be posting it, they're not getting attention from police. You are. And by you making the video like this, he is gonna get caught. It's your fault if he gets caught, dumbass nigga.
those crimes.
Although there weren't any legal consequences, there were undoubtedly social ones, as fans constantly reminded Marquise of his mistakes in every subsequent upload, with comments reading, "Can you generate a video of you not driving over the speed limit? Or is that impossible even for AI? Can't wait for the AI
It was one video. Oh my god, bro. Niggas did me tight.
generated video of MKBHD addressing his reckless
dead
driving,
ass.
as well as, bro needs to drop a video on radar detectors, going 59 in a 25 is crazy. Eventually, Marquise would address all of his controversies in a video recapping his creative and personal journey in 2024.
Viewed the Fisker Ocean on the autofocus channel as the worst car I've ever which then proceeded to blow up. I was far from the first person to say negative things about this car, but for a number of different reasons, this one hit a little different. And I mean, I was accused of sabotaging the company's stock price on purpose, killing the company as a whole, none of which are really true. I also don't care about the stock prices of these companies, but we learned some lessons about negative reviews and bad products and the relationship that they have.
Regarding his coverage of other products, like the Humane AI pin, Marquise would reflect on the massive impact of negative reviews on a product, and the equally critical response it could elicit from fans.
I reviewed the Humane pin and the Rabbit R1, two standalone AI products that just clearly came up way short of their promises, and still do to an extent, but this reignited the conversation about negative product reviews. No pun intended about ignited, but it felt like everyone on the internet had something to say about it this time. People weighing in on the side of consumers, also on the side of product makers. I still stand by everything I said in those reviews, but what I mostly learned was the power that these reviews actually have.
When it came to his own products being harshly reviewed, Marquise acknowledged his shortcomings and recognized the irony of now being on the other side of criticism.
And then we launched Panels, our wallpaper app, to the world. This was something we'd worked on as a team in the background for the better part of a year, sourcing from artists, developing, designing everything, and then launching it with the review of the new iPhone.
I found apps that are I'm not gonna lie, I will say this. Even though he did go into this app with good intentions, I found apps that will give me 4K wallpapers for bed. Like, bro, ready. I've got like, I'm not gonna lie, I got this shit, like my wallpaper right now. I got this off of Twitter. Like, oh, like look at this shit. You're gonna tell me that this wallpaper, this 4K wallpaper for free, isn't better than
Fortunately,
some $50 a year tier subscription for wallpapers? Get the fuck out of there. I can find better wallpapers. But it's all right because people got to do their hustle. People got to make their apps and make money. It's all right. So I won't judge it too much.
that was a total misjudgment on my part. I spent way too much time, well, way more time on the product review than
And I'm not going to lie, there's apps out there, not even apps, but like subscriptions out there, like on Patreon, that I can find the same quality of pictures, but on a plethora of like 50 pictures at once. Not even 50, over 1,000 pictures at once for $5 for 1 month. I can save all of them, download all of them, put them on my computer, put them on my phone, and use them without even having to pay anymore after the $5. These wallpaper apps are scams, but some people just don't understand it. Some people aren't like me. So it's all right.
actually explaining the app itself, which it needed its own explanation. So people didn't really understand. I didn't really properly explain the features or what it did, why it existed, or why it even had a premium price tier.
This openness to criticism carried over to his other mistakes, such as the recent speeding incident.
Then directly
Oh my
after,
God.
I released a DJI action cam video, a video about using these action cams. It was sponsored, but I wanted to use this opportunity to address the bigger issue from that whole experience, which was the driving clip, even though it's no longer in that video. So there was a clip in that video, since removed, of POV driving a Lamborghini and accelerating to over 90 miles an hour in a 35 mile an hour zone. It's just stupid and dangerous, not just for the actual act, which was stupid and dangerous, but also for the potential precedent that it could set, because like we've said.
In addition, Marquise gave some extra context to the situation.
So earlier in November, another YouTuber who will remain nameless invited me out to test drive a car.
That's it.
And I said, okay, yeah, sounds fun.
Oh,
We went
well,
out,
sounds-
and the way these work is that the salesperson sort of takes you out on
I'm
a
good until then.
pre-designated test drive route. It was outside New Jersey. I didn't know the space very well, so I just followed their lead. They sort of show you where to go, and we went out and then came back. So I had the action cam with me, as I had for the past couple weeks, as I'd shot clips here and there around just on how it could be used.
In New Jersey, you should know better. Like for me, I'm from the Garden State. I know better, and I've watched like within the Garden State what people do. You shouldn't be doing some shit like that, but it's fine because he was in the back. He was in the backwoods. I know that for sure because I saw the trees. He was in the backwoods. Niggas shouldn't be mad over some shit like that. I will say.
To shoot anything anywhere. So on the way back, I was like, oh, okay, I'll shoot a clip of a few seconds of driving because this could be used to shoot driving shots.
He also noted how he set a bad example for his viewers and other creators who looked up to him.
I learned several valuable lessons here. You know, making mistakes and genuinely learning from them and changing. I think that's a super important thing to just have as a human. And then also as the responsibility that I have as a very visible creator, and that people look up to what I do and what we make as a team. So clearly everything deserves an extra layer of diligence.
At the end of the video, Marquise recognized the privilege and responsibility that came with running such a large channel.
So 2024 was a crazy year, and I learned a lot of lessons. And I think what's maybe the most interesting is the one main lesson kind of came from both Ultimate Frisbee and this stuff here on YouTube, which is, and I had a coach say this, and I'll never forget it, that pressure is a privilege. You don't necessarily get to
True.
make something and create something new and send it out
It's
to
a
the
privilege
internet
to
and
have
have
niggas
anybody
press
care
you
about
on
it.
videos.
So the fact that we get to
Damn,
do
them-
that here
Them six wheelers are fucking rolling.
is a privilege. And I don't want to forget that.
Throughout his controversies in 2024, Marquise expresses two key traits that every creator could learn from: an ability to accept criticism and the willingness to fix their mistakes.
True.
Marquise's situation is evidence that being a creator will always come with some level of criticism, and it's the
he's
ability
right.
to bounce back from it that determines the longevity of one's career. A creator who did not bounce back from criticism was Nuz Daily.
We don't care about that. He did a good job on bouncing back. I'll leave the original video down below, and I hope you guys enjoy it. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Peace.